Hello, Magi, and we got some pretty big news. Not like Touhou 16 announcement date, but I think I'm banking personally on comic yet, but whatever. But that's not the point. So, if you're looking at the Touhou Reddit subpage, which I should be showing in the video right now, you can see the title: Forbidden Scrollery has concluded. Fuck! Yo, man, that's unfortunate. I've been really enjoying it. I can understand why it's closing off, because if you've been reading through Forbidden Scrollery, I'm not going to spoil anything, but with the way it was progressing and the way it was going, it makes sense to end at this point. If I am correct, it should be ending on chapter 52, because I think 51 was the latest one. Okay, so hopefully I'm around that. So yeah, so what this person down here is saying is correct. So let's read it. It says, basically, Forbidden Scrollery's this issue is this month. Oh wait, so never mind, it's this month, July or August, whatever it is. So yeah, there's that. And keep in mind, this does not necessarily mean that the Suzunaan series is ending. Only the Forbidden Scrollery is. This at least solves the translation issue, though. All right, so you may be asking, what do you mean Suzunaan, right? Because I thought Forbidden Scrollery was Suzunaan. So let me explain, just in case you're confused. So let me go to, all right, so we go to the Touhou wiki site, right? So if you look at this section here, so look at the Suzunaan. So originally it was Eastern and Little Nature Deity. That series finished up. Strange and Bright Nature Deity finished up. Oriental finished that up, and then Revisionary. So it's saying that even though Forbidden Scrollery, which is in the Suzunaan section, will be complete, it does not necessarily mean that Kozuzu's adventures in her store are necessarily complete. It's possible we could get a sequel to this, but I'm just saying that, okay? It's a possibility, but for Forbidden Scrollery, as it stands, it is complete. So let me check. Oh, okay, never mind. So it looks like there's more chapters. So never mind. So yeah, I was reading chapter 51. So I don't know. I'm trying to think. So I haven't read 52 and 53. Let me see. Okay, I use. There you go. Okay, so let's see. Forbidden. Because I usually use manga for this to go my newest one. Alright, so I did read 52. Alright, so 52 was the latest. My bad. So yeah, I did read this one. Just making sure. Should be this one. Yeah. So I did read this one. I thank you, upstairs. So I did read this one. So it looks like 53 is the last chapter. Okay, my bad. I was kind of far off from that. Anyway, so as you see, Forbidden Scrollery is gonna wrap up at chapter 53 probably, and it sucks. Just so long as there's a sequel, then I'm fine. But if there's no sequel, then that's gonna suck a lot, because I really love Forbidden Scrollery. Now, out of all the three series, the main manga ones, say Sangetsu, The Wild and Horn Hermit, and Forbidden. Personally, for me, I like Sangetsu the most, just because it's so much more comedic. It has a much more comedic, lighthearted approach. While Wild and Forbidden they also have those moments, but they're a little more serious in terms of the whole with Reimu, Marissa, and sometimes others trying to solve incidences, like mini incidences, not the ones revolving games. Like, you know, Kaizen dealing with her stuff, or Kozuzu with her ability to figure out what's going on when it comes to books. So yeah, what the Sangetsu, it has more of my approach, okay? It's just like more of my thing. But anyway, it doesn't matter, that's not the point. So Forbidden Scrollery is done, and that's just about it, just for you guys to know. So 53 should be the last chapter, if I'm understanding this correctly. And then yeah, Kozuzu's adventures will end there. Obviously, since 53 is not out yet, I can't speculate on, well, what's happening to Kozuzu if they dealt with, you know, what Kozuzu happens. Because again, I don't know that stuff happens and Kozuzu is involved. Given it's her manga series, yes, Kozuzu is involved in the whole thing. Okay, so Kozuzu is involved. I'm not for sure how they're gonna wrap it up, if it's a good or a bad thing, or is it gonna deal with it in Antinomy, because Antinomy is the follow-up in terms of the urban legend incident, so it wouldn't be far off. I can't imagine Kozuzu being in Alright, back to my train of thought before I had to cut it there. So I mentioned about Kozuzu, if they're not resolving her deal in 53, then it's a good chance she'll show up in Antinomy, and not hidden, given the way the situation was, Hidden is not the best place for Kozuzu to be. But that's only, I'm just making assumptions if they don't deal with her. Cause like, I don't know what's happening in 53. Unless you're somehow working on chapter 53 for some reason in Japan, but whatever, you know what I mean. So I don't entirely know what the situation is. So if her thing's dealt with, then you know it ends off in chapter 53 peacefully. If not, we deal with her. I'm just assuming in Tenemi. Okay, so there's that. Not Hidden. Hidden's probably the last place she'll be anyway. So just wanted to wrap things up pretty quickly, just saying, not Tenemi, Forbidden Scrollery is going to be done pretty soon. It pretty much is last chapter, if I'm correct, on 53. And this does not mean the Suzunaan series is done. Though there's very though I highly doubt it's going to be, I don't know, I just don't feel like it might not be a sequel though, depending. Again, we have to see the ending, and then we have to see on the story's ending, and maybe a little bit on Tenemi itself, unless, you know, it leaves it out, because, so yeah. Because it's not impossible, because I look at Curiosity. Curiosity was done like a long time ago, right? So let me look at Curiosity. Curiosity was finished like back in 2007, right? It only took it, what? Another 8 years for it to come back? So yeah, it's not out of the picture. It's not out of the picture. Though I hope if Forbidden does come back, it does not take them 8 years to do so, you know what I mean? So yeah. But unfortunately Forbidden Scrollery is done. Kozuzu's adventures, as of now, looks like it's coming to a close, which is gonna suck. We're not gonna see a monthly in Mamizo, no Kozuzu, and all that, and that's unfortunate, but we'll get through, and yeah, that's about it. Now that it's done, there actually is something that's making me curious. How is Wild gonna turn out in the future? Because obviously, you may think it's kind of random to just switch to Wild, but it's not the worst thing to think about right now, because Wild came before Forbidden, yet it's ending right now. Obviously, given because it came out in June 2011. Oh no, it released in 2010, July 2010. And Forbidden started in October, so yeah, it had practically 2 years ahead of it, but it's ending. But not maybe because, but that's obviously because Zune felt like Forbidden was done. Felt like it was heading the way he wanted it, so he ended it that way, which is fine. With Wild, it's hard to speculate, given I've been following as far as I can in terms of manga, like, you know, the website I use. So I don't go so far as of now, but it doesn't seem like it doesn't have like a clear point as compared to Forbidden at its current state. So I don't know for sure where Zune wants to continue this. So I don't know how Wild's gonna turn out. It could last a lot longer, or it could soon end given the whole Forbidden, but that's just speculation at this point. But yeah, this is a lot longer than I was imagining, but I had to talk as much as I can because it's Forbidden, man. I loved it. You guys know I talk a lot of facts about it with interesting. It's been given some good facts. Berlin Wall, Ebola, bad construction in the outside world for some goddamn reason. Good times. But yeah, like I said, man, Forbidden has been an amazing series. I've been enjoying it. Definitely good times. Awesome for video materials. Just having an awesome character like Kozuzu is cool, especially as a human character too. Because, you know, we don't really get too much humans spotlights aside from the main protagonists like Reimu, Marissa, sometimes Saka, Sanae, Yomu, and that kind of jazz, right? So it's nice to get Kozuzu, because we also have a Q, which she really doesn't get much aside from, you know, Perfect Memento, and a little bit in what was it again? Symposium. Kane, I mean, she's half, and even then she doesn't really get much. So we don't exactly get the most amount of human representation. So it's cool to see those, see Kozuzu straight up human. And also another thing I liked about Kozuzu, we got her like her perspective, her insight from a human villager's point of view, which is very different. Because if you've been playing the main games, obviously, and you've been following all the other mangas, we usually see Reimu, Marissa, right? And then how they interact with yokai is just normal, like they're like the way they interact with them is just like normal people. While with Kozuzu though, it's much more delicate because, you know, yokais aren't exactly the people she's supposed to be with, right? So it's kind of cool to see that, because if you read some of the older chapters, you see like, oh shit, you know, like when it came to Kokoro back in like a while ago, you know, she was like afraid of Kokoro right now. Obviously, we know she's not threatening at all, but to Kozuzu from a human village, who is, always told that be fearful of yokai, it was a really serious threat. And it's like, oh shit, what are we gonna do now, right? So it's cool. It was awesome to see Kozuzu's point of view on that point, on that front, because we already know what the other girls are like when it comes to the playable characters. Akyu is kind of like a neutral on this. Obviously, she thinks of the enemies, but obviously since she interacts with them a little more, and with her whole perfect memento thing, she's more versed into them. Kozuzu was kind of the fun one. She's like, oh shit, Reimu, you fucked up, man. Why is yokai here? But yeah, like I really like Kozuzu there. She just gave us another insight to it, because I still think of them as just other regular people. But then obviously Kozuzu, these guys are scary motherfuckers. But she ain't exactly wrong on that front. So yeah. But yeah, I really should cut it short. But that ain't my style, so there's that. So Forbidden Scrollery is done. Possible for sequel. Again, it depends on how they wrap it up in the next chapter. And technically she might come up if it doesn't wrap her up, but I feel like Zoom's gonna do a good job on that. I could be wrong though. Zoom hasn't let me down yet. So yeah, hopefully he doesn't do that. And yeah, that's about it for this video. Forbidden done, all that, and I'm just cut it here. So, like always, this is Magi, and hope you guys enjoyed. Oh yeah, that's a good way to end up. Yeah, can you imagine ending all my videos in a burp? That would either be impressive or disgusting. I'm kind of leaning toward impressive because I can't exactly burp on command, so I think that would be pretty legit. Anyway, like always, this is Magi. I'll see you guys in the next video.